Hello everyone! It's been far too long that I don't make a video. Well, I'm gonna be trying to be making a video every week, at least one a week, but my goal is to be making two a week. The quality will be getting better. I'm hoping to be getting a little camera to attach to my laptop, so I'll be getting better quality videos. But anyway, let's talk about Turkey and how it's going crazy. It's been far too long that I don't keep you updated. As you may have heard, Erdogan had interest rates in his crazy idea that high interest rates create inflation. He kept lowering interest rates and keeping them really low all the way until his re-election last year. And he won by a goat's hair against Karaçoğlu. I cannot say his name, but he was elected leader of the opposition. And he still has his crazy fans in Turkey. Whole point is that the inflation rate went crazy as usual, and then after his election he decided to finally do a U-turn and interest rates started to go up. He appointed a couple of new people, including one who had been in the US, into the Turkish Central Bank. One of them, the lady, was just quit, or we don't know. When I was in Turkey last month in February, nobody wanted to tell me what happened, but something happened that she said that she had some personal issues, but anyway, I'll explain that in another video. But the whole point is that according to the Turkish Central Bank, despite the rates being at 45%, inflation still at 67%. I think, and everyone over there thinks, that inflation is still being tweaked. Those numbers are probably higher and that they're being very optimistic. They doubled the minimum wage in January to try to compensate for inflation because local elections are going to be happening soon. But people are still really pissed off about inflation. When I was in Turkey, and you were in the Grand Bazaar, they were actually buy your dollars higher than the official rate. And that's because people are going and they're having a lack of dollars in a lot of places, a lack of foreign currency, because despite all the tourism, everyone makes the money of the day converts it into dollars, because if in a month the Turkish lira went from 30 to 32, you're losing almost 10%. May not sound a lot. It's right now is hovering about 31 and change, but it's still quite a bit. And the Turkish lira was below 30 at the beginning of the year. So we still have a high inflation problem. We still have a problem with, despite the central bank just literally this week raising interest rate to 50%, you have rates for savers are still below inflation. So you still don't have an incentive to put your money in the bank. Will this help to lower inflation? Yes, I'm sure. At the same time, people who had credit card debts and who had debts at variable rates are being totally squished. People who got fixed rates super low last year or before the reevaluation are happy. But people who had who did not have who are on variable rates like credit cards, some business loans, etc., etc. Many banks were lending at variable rates because they were expecting that the party wasn't going to last forever. And you see it in Turkey that people are struggling to pay those debts. Also, you see that people go crazy for dollars, go crazy for euros. I really hope the situation gets better in Turkey. It's a country that I have grown to love very much. I'm filming here from France, and say hello to all my Turkish friends. I hope to be in Turkey again soon. And hopefully they'll be able to get inflation under control, and it's gonna take a while, despite Erdogan thinking that it may be until the end of the year. It may take longer because it takes a long time to give confidence into a currency that everyone lost hope, how do you call it? Nobody trusts anymore. People don't want to save in liras. People are buying gold. People are buying dollars. people buy euros, but people are stashing gold bars and dollars. If you give a dollar tip, people go wild. They don't want Turkish liras, and I don't blame them because they lost faith in the Turkish lira. Unfortunately, the currency was very stable for a long time. It was a currency that was good for trading and etc. But right now, I expect we don't know what's going to happen, and also we don't know if Erdogan's going to go gaga again after the elections. But I do see clamoring in Turkey for the inflation to get under control. People really want the inflation to get under control. They're a very proud nation. They are not happy that their currency is worthless. The highest currency note was 200 liras, which is literally $6, $5 soon at the rate it's going. So, like, the highest currency is not even $10. So when you're traveling around Turkey, you're traveling with a wag of bills. You're traveling with a wag of bills, and every day you don't know if the price tomorrow is going to be higher. It's just crazy. And some people report that the inflation could be as high as 8% monthly. I do not know, but the inflation do need to be taken in control. Let's hope that the central bank will keep raising interest rates. The medicine will be hard, but again, this was all preventable. Erdogan did not need to go on his mania of devaluing the lira and lowering interest rates when the rest of the world was increasing them. So if you're having negative rates for savers in Turkey, when you're having positive rates for the first time in a long time in the Western Hemisphere, why would you keep your money in Turkish liras when you can make real money lending money to the US government? Nothing, the most trusted AAA rating bonds. So anyway, we'll see what happens. I hope they get decent control. Thank you for viewing, and many videos soon. And as I said, the quality will be getting better in the next month in April. Stay tuned for another video in April. I mean, next week, in a couple of days. Bye.